This is how much I spent to come to China, one after the other with the total. Hi guys, it's your girl again, Ira. So I've had series of questions, a lot of people questioning me. Ira, how much did you actually spend to come in China? We want to know how much exactly you spent. See, I even have a bank screenshot of all of these things because when I was doing it then, I didn't take it seriously. I didn't plan that seriously I wanted to come to China when I did it there then. But when it worked, I'm like, okay, so I was making, I was documenting every single thing. See, this was the journal I used when I was applying. So in China, every single thing I wanted to do, every single thing I wanted to do, everything, even the brand I was going to open. I say I can give it to, I can give it out. The list of schools, how I chose what I wanted to be doing when I get here. See, one vlog when I get to China, a lot of things. The list of the things I had to prepare for, every single thing, every single details. This was the journal. See, list of the universities I applied to. Even when I got admitted, I kept marking it, admitted, everything. So now let me just quickly tell you how much I spent because everyone is always asking me. As of yesterday, I still replied about 2 to 3 different people. But if I have a video on it, I feel like I can just always tag anyone who asked me to that video. Okay, I'll be very fast about it. So I'll be very fast with it. This is how much I spent in coming to China in total. Although when I first started, I budgeted million naira for myself. Yes, like to think you can actually jackpot with 6 million naira, and I'm telling you, you can jackpot with 4 million naira. It depends on how you plan it and if you have the right plot. So I budgeted 6 million naira, and I'm telling you, I didn't use up to this. I swear to Almighty God. So now let me tell you how it started. You can be more frugal when you're doing it. I wasn't frugal when I was doing it because I'm a business owner. I was busy with a lot of things. So I was not frugal, I was just spending the money. But you can be more frugal because I've done it for a lot of students that are more frugal. That is, they didn't spend more than 4 million naira to come here. For me, it was my first time. So sorry about the noise, guys. So now let's start with my medicals, 45,000 naira. Application fee 400,000 naira. This 100,000 naira is in RMB. There are some schools that will collect application fee. There are some schools that won't collect application fee. I applied to 10 different schools. Just I think about 4 or 5 of them collected application fee, some 600 RMB, some 800 RMB, some 500 RMB. So the whole calculation amounted to 400,000 naira. But you can actually apply to some schools that they won't collect. It depends. But because those schools were, I told you I made a list and there was a reason why I chose those schools I chose. So I had to pay those money. Police clearance, 75,000 naira. You can get it somewhere else cheaper or more expensive. Someone told me they did 150K in Abuja. Someone told me they have plug that did for lesser. Well, this was the amount I did mine. Document notarized in 20,000 naira. I did this one from a lawyer. I didn't know if it was necessary, honestly. I didn't know. But I did it from a lawyer in Ibadan, 20,000 naira for my documents. I didn't know if it was necessary because I eventually sent my document to MOFA and MOE. Also get it legalized and authorized. So my visa was about 850,000 naira for my visa. And this one, I would say I was very lucky. And also, some people will tell you they have those that will do it for lesser, and some will tell you they have those that will do it for higher price. I was very careful when I wanted to do my visa because it's a very tricky thing. I realized a lot of people didn't know about the China study visa. Most of them they only know about canteen fare and all. And even the canteen fare, at the end of the day, they will end up scamming you for all those business visa, work visa. They will end up scamming you. So I was very, very careful about this because I met with a lot of agents when I wanted to apply. This one said being 1.5 million, being 1.3 million, and the money was not the issue, but the issue was the fact that they did not know about the particular visa that I wanted to apply for. Do you understand? But then let's put that aside. So this particular person that helped me with this, it was really nice. The person made it really smooth for me, so I didn't mind any amount. And to think that it was even cheaper than the amount some people were offering. I even got those that were also offering for lesser, for 500K, for 300K. I said no because this person had something that convinced me, so I stuck to this person. So my visa 850,000. My MOFA and MOE legalization. MOFA is Ministry of Foreign Affairs. MOE is Ministry of Education. You go and legalize and authorize your document from there. I spent 150,000 naira. You do some in Lagos, you do some in Abuja, and at times you can do both in Abuja. Then Chinese embassy, I went to also legalize my police clearance for notarize my police clearance. I paid 45K when I went to the Chinese embassy. That's part of the visa processing. Actually, it's nothing serious. When you're doing your visa, the person that is helping you with it will let you know what to do. Then I also paid 159K at the Chinese embassy when I submitted. And then I also posted 159K at the Chinese embassy when I submitted my passport for legalization. I paid 159K. Then my transport, I budgeted 100,000 because as at that time I was living in Abeokuta, and then my parents' house was in my family house. My parents' house and my store was in Ibadan. So I was always juggling between Abeokuta to Lagos, Lagos to Ibadan. So for me, I budgeted. In fact, it was even my elder sister that gave me the money. She sent me 100,000 naira for me to be budgeting it for my, because I think I went to Lagos 5 different times. The first time when I was looking for agents that helped me with my visa, because the agent people were sending it to me, I didn't know. So I went to the Chinese embassy to see if I could do it myself and also see if I could see agents. So that was the first time. The second time I went to submit my police clearance after I had seen an agent. I went to submit my. I didn't eventually see agents at the Chinese embassy. Most agents that are staying at the Chinese embassy, they will scam you. So you people will not say, I was got an agent at the Chinese embassy. No, it was a good Samaritan that helped me with the agent I used. So the second time when I went for my police clearance to notarize it, the third time when I went to collect my police clearance back after they've notarized it, the fourth time when I went to submit my visa application, the fifth time when I went to collect my visa after it has been approved. So I went to Lagos 5 different times. 100,000 for my transport and my flight from Nigeria to China. I got a really good deal. 990,000 naira. But this really good deal has the terms and conditions. Actually, I couldn't carry enough luggages. I had restrictions to the luggages I could carry. So 990,000. And then I booked a hotel from Nigeria here. So when I get to China, I'll have somewhere to stay. Because I came to China 2 weeks. So I came to China 2 weeks earlier than my resumption date in school. So because of that, I'd already booked a hotel before coming here. Because number one, I'm always having motion sickness. I'm sensitive. I get sick easily. So I was trying to see how the journey was going to be way, way easy for me. So I booked a hotel right from Nigeria. Right from Nigeria, I booked my hotel. Came to China. So for hotel booking, I spent 300,000 naira. I booked for 10 days. And then my school fees when I got to China, I paid my school fees when I got to China was 1.5 million naira. In naira, it was, you use RMB of course, but converting it to naira. And then when you get to China too, you still apply for visa. So when you get to China, your school will give you documents. So those your documents, you take it to the embassy, so they'll give you your visa and all of that, and you get your resident permit and all. So I spent about 80,000 naira. And my medicals here in China again, because you do under medicals here in China, I spent about 40,000 naira. So in total, I spent 4,704,000 naira. In total, ranging from my application, my visa, my flight, my hotel bills here in China, 4,754,000. Meanwhile, I budgeted 6 million naira. And the good thing about it is the remaining money I had left is enough, because that's one thing. China is very affordable to live in. You are not a wasteful spender. So the remaining money in China, you can live with even 50,000 a month, even 200k monthly if you know how to manage yourself. So the money out of Senegal, I spent 4,754,000, and the remaining money I had left was enough for me to survive. I started working. It was not for me to survive before I got myself well and started working. When I started working in businesses and all of that, I didn't get a job. So there's no job in China. I didn't get a job. What I meant by I started working was I started helping people buy, doing this, doing that, and of course continuing my business content creation and all. So guys, what do you think about the amount I spent to come to China in total? In total, like when I remember then when some of my friends reached out, because I do not know how to hold information. I give it out. And then I told them, they were like, are you serious that they were thinking they will have at least 10 million naira, 15 million naira before they can come to China? I said, if you know how to plan yourself well, there are honestly some schools that are very, very expensive, some cities that are very, very expensive, that even 10 million naira might not be enough because of your school fees and all of that. Even my school fees, I got to China before I paid it. So let me just say, in a nutshell, in Nigeria, I spent about maybe about 2 million naira in Nigeria. The rest I spent it when I got to China. Do you understand? So, and as at this time, I didn't even know how to manage. Yes, as at this time, now I know how to manage. So, if you want to apply now, I even know some places, some schools that you spend lesser. But honestly, this is still like a really good amount, honestly, because it will not make sense for you to go to some cities that you don't like because they are too cheap. But the place I am, I like it very much. You guys can see I'm glowing, I'm doing fine. So, this amount is really, really good. So, let me know what else you want me to make a detailed video about, and I would definitely make a detailed video about it. Bye.